The Jiangnan investigation team arrived at the Snow Sect, and Zhang Yi welcomed them. Zhang Yi admitted he didn't understand Junwoo's plan to gather all the major forces at their headquarters. If they had been informed earlier, they could have prepared. Wu Di firmly stated that they only needed to be ready to follow orders and didn't need to know more than that. His words irritated the Snow Sect followers. However, as usual, Wu Di challenged them to oppose him if they disagreed with what he said. One of the Snow Sect soldiers reminded Wu Di not to be arrogant. Although the Jiangnan team was strong, the Snow Sect wasn't easily bullied. Zhang Yi ordered his followers to stay quiet. He hoped Captain Junwoo would understand and explain that the Snow Sect had recently suffered great losses, which made his followers emotional. With a single glance, Captain Junwoo signaled Wu Di to stop, and then explained that they must wait for the arrival of the other leaders to discuss the plan. Zhang Yi suggested they wait inside until everyone arrived. Junwoo asked about the number of casualties. Zhang Yi estimated that around 3,000 to 4,000 of their followers had died. That number piqued Junwoo's curiosity, not because of the death toll, but because he wondered how they were feeding so many people. Zhang Yi explained that they scavenged food and survival supplies from supermarkets and shopping centers buried under the snow around their headquarters. With a cold demeanor, Junwoo asked if that was the only way they survived. The question created an awkward silence, eventually broken by Wu Di. He stated that with so many corpses, they must have enough food for a long time. Han Xiang and his companion, angered by the accusation, quickly denied it. Sarcastically, Wu Di asked if they were living on air. Hearing that, both Junwoo and Zhang Yi immediately ordered them to be silent. After the situation calmed down, Zhang Yi admitted there was a secret he couldn't reveal, one not meant for outsiders. Junwoo emphasized how important the information was. After a moment of thought, Zhang Yi agreed to share it, if it proved relevant. Han Xiang questioned Zhang Yi's decision, but Zhang Yi reassured him, saying the Jiangnan team could be trusted. Zhang Yi then asked Junwoo and his team to follow him to a nearby building. Along the way, Bailey noticed a strong smell of blood. Junwoo, increasingly sensitive to his surroundings due to his fading eyesight, sensed something horrifying inside the building. Zhang Yi asked if they still wanted to know what was inside. Wu Di calmly replied that there was nothing to fear. Once inside, they found apples scattered everywhere. Curious, Junwoo asked if that was the food they fed everyone. Zhang Yi explained that the fruits came from a sacred mutant tree they called the blood vine. The tree was rich in nutrients and tasted quite good. The giant tree used corpses as fertilizer, absorbing their vital energy and converting it into food. He added that the red fruit was a valuable food source for their sect as he handed one to Junwoo. Junwoo's team felt something was off about the fruit. However, Zhang Yi reassured them that the fruit was safe. They had been eating it for months without issue. Even so, the explanation didn't completely convince Junwoo. He continued to question how the Snow Sect could produce such a large quantity of the fruit to feed everyone. Realizing his explanation wasn't enough, Zhang Yi decided to provide more details. He pointed to the hanging corpses and explained that there was a way to accelerate the fruit's growth, by using human bodies as a catalyst. The horrifying sight shocked Xiaoyu, who suddenly realized that humans were being used in the process. Zhang Yi elaborated that the hanging bodies were already dead, placed there to speed up fruit production. He then led them into the main chamber, where they saw a massive tree surrounded by dozens of cocoons containing human bodies. Zhang Yi expressed his gratitude that the flesh and blood of their allies still gave hope for their followers' survival. Woody noted that what they were seeing resembled cannibalism. Xiaoyu added that at least it could prevent the spread of disease. Zhang Yi stressed that this information was a great secret of their clan and hoped they would keep it confidential. Junwoo nodded in agreement and assured him the secret would be safe with them. As he did, he tossed the apple he had been holding to Woody. Woody, uninterested, threw the apple to another teammate, who also refused to eat it. After that, they left the building. Meanwhile, Zhang Yi stayed behind, wearing a suspicious smile, as if he were plotting something. Outside, Junwoo spoke again with Zhang Yi about rumors surrounding the Snow Sect leader's unique powers. Junwoo requested to meet him. Zhang Yi was surprised by the request, but quickly regained his composure and told them to wait while he informed his leader. Woody commented that he sensed a sinister aura in that place. Another team member noted that such things often happened in religious organizations that kept dark secrets. Vice Captain Bailey then asked Junwoo why high-ranking officials were so interested in Yuan Kongye. Junwoo explained that an important person had once mentioned Yuan Kongye's potential, saying he could awaken hidden abilities in anyone without side effects. If that were true, Yuan Kongye would be extremely valuable to their organization. Bailey found the explanation reasonable. However, Junwoo warned that the situation might be more complicated than it appeared. This only increased Bailey's curiosity. Junwoo explained that extraordinary powers usually came at a high price, and he doubted the accuracy of the information about Yuan Kongye. Therefore, one of their missions in the city was to investigate Yuan Kongye's abilities further. Bailey then asked what their next step would be if Yuan Kongye's abilities truly came without a price. Junwoo replied that if that were true, Yuan Kongye could be classified as a level 5 epsilon. However, Junwoo reminded them that this was only a small possibility, as he had not yet seen Yuan Kongye's true abilities. Some time later, Zhang Yi returned and invited Junwoo inside to meet the leader of the Snow Sect. Bailey, watching from a distance, didn't notice anything unusual about the Snow Sect's leader. After the conversation ended, Junwoo returned to his troops. Bailey, still observing from afar, remained curious about the true strength of the sect's leader. After the meeting, Junwoo revealed that he could not assess the leader's abilities based solely on words. He felt there was something off about the girl. Xiaoyu, surprised by this, asked what the problem was. Junwoo explained that the issue lay in the girl's mental state. She seemed to be carrying a heavy burden. Xiaoyu could understand that, though her expression said otherwise. Bailey commented that, considering she was the leader of a religious sect, it wasn't surprising if she had mental issues. Junwoo then instructed everyone to focus on the primary mission and delay any judgments about Yuan Kongye's powers, as there was still plenty of time to investigate. Not long after, the troops from Tianhai began to arrive. Zhang Yi and his team finally reached the Snow Sect. He stepped out of the vehicle with Zhao Qi'er and asked her to stay close while he searched for a safer location. Zhao Qi'er followed the order without hesitation. As they walked, Zhang Yi saw Tian and asked why he was late. Tian casually replied that as the leader of a large base, there were many matters to handle. It would be much easier if he led a smaller team like Zhang Yi's. Inside the main building, the leaders from various bases were already waiting for their arrival. Zhang Yi saw Yuan Kongye for the first time and thought he looked too young to be leading a religious sect. Tian remarked that Yuan Kongye even seemed underage. Zhang Yi joked, reminding Tian to control his strange tendencies. Tian denied the implication, saying Zhang Yi knew he only liked older women. The meeting began, and Junwoo immediately revealed that they had captured one of the zombie leaders. Everyone was shocked, especially Hong Lian, when Junwoo explained that once a zombie leader was killed, all the zombies under its command would stop moving in an organized way. Thus, to resolve the zombie issue in Tianhai, they only needed to destroy their leader. However, Tian interrupted, saying that although the information was helpful, they still needed to learn more about the Zombie King. Junwoo assured everyone that he would show them the captured Zombie King. To everyone's surprise, the so-called Zombie King turned out to be a white monkey. The revelation stunned the room. The creature controlling the zombies wasn't even human. Junwoo explained that while the monkey was highly intelligent, its combat ability was extremely weak. Zhang Yi compared the monkey to an insect, where the queen was much more intelligent than the rest. Junwoo agreed, saying the Zombie King was cowardly and preferred to hide in the subway tunnels. The proposed strategy was to lure the zombies out of the tunnels to a predetermined location while elite forces infiltrated the tunnels to kill the Zombie King. However, Zhang Yi, listening with a worried expression, asked if the plan involved using the Snow Sect's members as bait. Tension rose as Zhang Yi and his sect leader became angry upon learning that this was indeed part of the plan. Wei Ding Tian took the opportunity to mock the Snow Sect, saying the only reason their headquarters was chosen as the battlefield was because they had the largest number of followers. Junwoo quickly interjected, explaining that although the situation seemed disadvantageous, there was a critical reason behind the decision. The Snow Sect was the most vulnerable. Without proper protection or underground shelters, gathering all the strongest fighters there was the best protection they could get. Zhang Yi questioned Junwoo's plan, worried that it would only attract more zombies to attack the sect. But that was exactly what Junwoo intended. They were all hoping this battle would be the opportunity to end the zombie outbreak. Zhang Yi became upset and asked whether they all truly didn't care about the lives of the Snow Sect's followers. Hong Lian, with a cold attitude, suggested that Zhang Yi should be more rational. She argued that if he thought about it carefully, the plan was meant to eliminate the zombie threat and save the lives of the sect's most vulnerable members, who had been the primary victims all along. If this plan wasn't carried out, the bases would remain safe inside their strongholds for a while, but unprotected places like the Snow Sect wouldn't last long. Still, Zhang Yi insisted that there was no justification for using his followers as bait. Junwoo then asked if Zhang Yi had a better solution. He reminded everyone that they had traveled a long way from the southern regions to help resolve the zombie outbreak, and now all the bases in Tianhai were here to assist. Junwoo questioned whether, if the Snow Sect followers were being used as bait, shouldn't everyone present also be considered bait? He emphasized that they would not let the Snow Sect face this battle alone. Zhang Yi added that when the time came, the front lines would be the first to face danger. They had the strongest fighters in Tianhai to protect the Snow Sect's followers, and he was puzzled as to why Zhang Yixian still felt the need to complain. Although still filled with anger, Zhang Yixian demanded a more convincing battle strategy from Junwu. Junwu assured them that there was no need to worry, as he had prepared a plan that was simple yet effective. The plan was to use everyone as bait to draw the zombies' attention, while their elite forces launched a direct attack on the enemy's base. Zhang Yi, disappointed, didn't support the decision. Zhang Yixian believed the plan was too risky. Tian, who was listening, asked whether the plan depended solely on zombies coming in search of food. Junwu confirmed and added that zombies were foolish, while the intelligent people in this room could handle them easily. Zhang Yi began to doubt the number of zombies that might come. He speculated that their numbers could reach tens or even hundreds of thousands. He warned that with so many zombies, their current defenses might not be enough. Junwu replied that if that was truly the case, then everyone had to be prepared to fight to the death to protect their territories. Zhang Yixian expressed concern that some individuals might act recklessly, causing unnecessary deaths among the Snow Sect followers. Xiao Honglian, feeling accused, told Zhang Yixian not to be so suspicious, reminding him that the troops from other bases would also be in danger. Junwu then asked if there were any suggestions for planning a safer approach. Kang Yi proposed setting up a special protection area for those who couldn't fight, so they would be shielded from zombie attacks. Junwu agreed with the idea but emphasized that the area should only be occupied by children under the age of 14, as many of the Snow Sect's adult members were needed to help defend. Honglian and Wei Dinghai exchanged glances, signaling their agreement with the plan. Kang Yi decided to use the temple as the children's shelter, believing that the gods would protect everyone inside. Junwu began handing out radios to everyone, reminding them to prepare plenty of supplies, as this battle was likely to be a long one.